For those of you who have cerebral palsy or know somebody who does or have a child who has cerebral palsy, this video will be good for you. I just wanted to share the sports I played as a child. So I would say up until probably I was 15, I played basketball. And for a few years I played baseball. I always enjoyed basketball a little better. And at that point I could run a little better. You kind of just get out in the habit as you get older. And right now it'd be hard for me to dribble and run at the same time. But I was never your star athlete. But I would play at church league and at the YMCA later on in the Y. So I just wanted to go into like what I did and my positions that I played and what I was good at and what I wasn't good at. Obviously, it was hard for me to maneuver up and down the court quickly, especially as I got older, and I wasn't as quick as other people. I wasn't the worst player probably on the team, but probably one of the weaker players on the team. But you play to have fun. You don't always play to win. Well, I liked winning, but that wasn't, you kind of gain humility when you have cerebral palsy, because it's tough to have and you're losing a lot. So I kind of became accustomed to losing when I was younger. But I just wanted to say, I think it's a good thing to have sports, play sports when you're younger, even if you're not the greatest, because you develop team skills, and that's something that are important later in life. As far as the bullying that I would receive, I noticed that when I was younger, I didn't get bullied quite as much, but as I got a little bit older, it got a little bit worse, and people laugh at you. People, they're just nasty. Kids can be nasty, but I didn't think it was quite as bad when I was younger. It might have been because I kept up with people better when I was about 5 to 8 years old. But I would say from like 10 to 13 to 14, it could be pretty bad. The worst that I'd noticed it was like during the tryouts, because there'd be drills that I would be unable to do, like jumping jacks were always hard, dribbling in between my legs, and there'd be things that most people could do that I was unable to do. So I mean, I'd be bullied about that, and but like I said, I've said this before, that it wasn't the worst case of bullying that a kid will ever have. But obviously it's worse than some people get, because some people don't have any sort of disability, and sometimes people like to just target you for your abnormalities. And but once I got on the team, and once I got to know all the players on the team, that's generally the bullying and the taunting and the laughing would die down. But the worst I remember was during the tryouts. People, I didn't like going to tryouts because of that. Like, there'd be a room full of boys that you wouldn't know, and they would ultimately like to pick on the weaker one. And unfortunately it was me, but yeah, you just get used to it, and just make sure if you do play sports in a regular league, I would get to know the coaches and say, this kid has some physical disability, cerebral palsy, and tell them that to make sure you watch the other kids to make sure they don't bully them. but I kind of got out of the habit when I was 15 and on playing, so I don't really miss it now, but I just think it's a good idea to have your kid play sports to develop a team mentality, because that's important throughout life. And anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.